Welcome back, guys. It's been a minute. It's actually been 6 months since you've seen anything from this channel. And I won't get into a long tirade onto what has caused their absence, but just know we are back and we are back to stay. Alright, guys, let's jump right into it. Manchester United summer tour of the United States. I won't have to get into last season and how horrific it was. 15th place in the English Premier League, unprecedented. However, in Amorim we trust, and the hard work has already started. Now, I wanted to preview the Manchester United Bournemouth game that's scheduled for tomorrow, July 30th, 2025, I believe, in New Jersey. Let me quickly restate the mission of this channel. This is a TV, I Can Talk Football Edition, the sister channel of This Is It TV, I Can Talk, which is the main channel, right? The mission of this channel, United fans, is to bring Manchester United centric game information, analysis, previews, reviews. I am not into, because this is a community, we are not into transfer data, transfer news, gossips, trending and breaking news. That's not the mission of this. This channel is very focused on game review, game preview, with a splattering of Manchester United centric news here and there. Alright? So now that's out of the way, I want to briefly touch on our incomings thus far this year. Very pleased with Cunha coming in from Wolves. That guy has, say what you want. Cunha terrorized the Premier League last season. Now there's a bit of a concern about his personality, but he's Brazilian, and we all know South Americans are very feisty in nature, and they're very combative. And I wouldn't expect anything less. I want anything less from a talisman such as Cunha. Bryan Mbeumo. I have quietly admired this player for at least the last year and a half, maybe two, right? And it's almost like the hierarchy, or is it Ruben? I don't know. It's almost like the hierarchy has read my mind and has granted my wishes. Well, let's focus on Bournemouth. Bournemouth is one of the surprise teams of last season. They have a deadly trio. And listen to these stats. Their three front players, Kluivert, Semenya, and Evanilson, all three scored. Kluivert scored 12 goals last season. Semenya scored 11, and Evanilson scored 10. So between their three front players, they got a total of 33 goals, and that's a very good return from your front players. You put in a splattering of their defenders. I think from their defensive line, the defensive unit, they got a total of 6 or 7 goals last season. Midfielders chipped in also with a healthy proportion of goals. And this team is a very progressive team. They quite frequently gave all the so-called bigger teams a great run for their money last season. I can remember one specific game against Manchester City where they pretty much ran them off the park. Alright, they finished 9th, 24-25 with 56 points, which was a decent return, just missing out on Europe. And I believe they have quite an accomplished coach in Ariella. One of the many impressive things about Bournemouth is they have a no fear policy. They don't give a rat's ass who they're playing. They're going to bring it, and they're going to bring the noise, and they're going to run, and they're going to press, and the intensity is something to be also Devils, we are in for quite a good game tomorrow. And they dispatched of Everton 3-0 on Sunday. And, made it look like a Sunday evening stroll doing so. Now, what am I looking for in tomorrow's game from Manchester United? Like I said, it's early, and I'm still expecting a good showing. I wasn't that impressed by our second half against West Ham. I thought our first half was brilliant. Ugarte put in a very heavy shift. That's the kind of shift that I'm looking forward to in this season. And I was, smiling watching that midfield progression, come together. All right, but for tomorrow's game, a lot of the sloppiness has to be left at the stadium entrance. We cannot go in against Bournemouth thinking that we can waltz our way through the game, making silly mistakes and just simple passing errors that we saw against West Ham. So what am I looking for in this game? Quickly, guy. Press intensity. It looked a little bit better against West Ham in stages, but especially in the second half, it fell off. Very disjointed. And if you get disjointed in your press against Bournemouth, we are going to suffer. So I'm looking for a better press intensity. I'm also looking for cleaner combinations with less passing errors. The passing errors from last year crept into the last game on Sunday. And it's very annoying to see professional footballers at this stage with this type of salary making these disjointed passes. All right, so I would love to see that cleaned up. That's the little details that I'm looking for. I would also like to see our wingers push a little bit further up. The last game, Ahmad played wide in the fullback role, Darku on the other flank. I want to see isolation. Them pushing a little bit higher and isolation, their wing backs, their full backs, and getting that one-on-one, getting that crossing or an effort on goal. I needed to see much more of that. I want to see better communication and combination between Bruno and Highland. I think Highland, he played a very excellent game, I think, but we go back to my initial critique of Rasmus. Rasmus needs to figure out when he wants to fight or when he wants to finesse. Okay? Every situation does not require fight. Some situation requires just a little bit more guile, a little bit more steady-headedness and composure. All right? And I think I'm hoping that his game isn't damaged by his determination to prove us wrong. Right? I think he has potential, but he has to breathe, relax, and play his game. It will come. It will come, Rasmus. Take your time. All right? Lastly, I want to see the players play with a smile. Again, I believe the pressures from last year, I'm worried that this may spill over. And this may, they may have that last year pressure hangover. That drunkenness from, how intense last season was, the excessive public scrutiny, the infighting, the disruptions in the camp, a la Marcus Rashford, Garnacho, and the band of bandits, so to speak. This year, I'm so happy that the coach has left that 5 out of the squad, especially Sancho, Rashford, and Garnacho. All right. So again, this is just a quick preview, but welcome back. Stick with us. Thank you for sticking with us, and we hope to go forward with the season and have a way better season this year. My predictions of this game: I'm not looking for a high intensity game. I know Bournemouth is a high intensity team, but it's still early in pre-season, and I don't think their fitness levels is going to be where it should be to play that type of game. I'm still thinking Manchester United 2-1 Bournemouth. All right, so I'm still looking for a victory tomorrow, Red Devils. See you on the other side of the game. Icons.
This is it TV. Icon Talk, where the icons talk.